Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is your late review. I was about to apologize, but I'm not sorry. So you shouldn't apologize for things you're not sorry for. I mean, the review is late, but it's like, it's late. Anyway, this is your review for The Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 8. I didn't even get the title. But I'm going to do both episodes 8 and 9. We just going to roll right on into 9. And that's mainly because the gist of it all is a Stacey pile-on, both in episode 8 and episode 9. Let's just jump right in. So Monique really pays Kiarna dust. It really falls flat. She's been divorced 2 years. She expects him to date. Ashley brings up the cannabis line. This is all to drag Stacey. It's all to drag Stacey. We're ganging up on her. Like I said, it falls flat because Stacey doesn't care. She doesn't care. They go and get on their little float. Happy Pride. We end up at a restaurant where they sit down, and now we need to get in Monique's business. Tia jumps right in. So what was the straw that broke the camel's back with your marriage? Like what ended everything? Monique shares that she and Chris had been playing nice. You know, they had a great image as a couple. They had a good united front. However, that was not indicative to what was really going on behind the scenes. They had intimacy issues. She says that the only way, he was only nice long enough to get him some coochie. And then he was back to, you know, treating her mean, and she felt like a piece of meat. She told him, "You will never enter me again." Moving on. Angel and Bobby, they're looking for a new rental property. And the house that they're looking at is very, very nice. They go and sit out on the back and out on the lanai area. And she has to go into this catfish conversation again. Apparently, she wants to hold Wendy accountable for the catfish comment when it wasn't Wendy that said it. But she wants to hold Wendy accountable. She needs to address it. Husband was like, "Is it really that serious?" And she kind of gave him the look like, "Yeah, you gon' say it's that serious while we sitting here filming. Whether you agree or not, I need you to be I need you to be team Angel all the time." No, but honestly, it's not that serious. And you're really dragging it. That's basically what he's saying. Giselle, Tia, Kay, Ashley, they meet for lunch. Reasonably Shady has hit 10 million downloads. And that is definitely something to celebrate. And so kudos to them. You know, that's amazing. It really is. They have really done the thing with their podcast. It really does well. It's doing the numbers. And I honestly didn't feel like it wouldn't, you know, because people are shady. they have an audience. They know their audience. And especially coming off the heels of being on the show, people tune in just to hear if y'all gonna talk about what's going on the show. So good for y'all. Good for y'all. For real. Like I give Giselle a lot. And when Robin was over here, I gave her a whole lot more. But when it comes to congratulating Black girls doing the damn thing, we gonna always do that. Cause we a girl first. I'm just a girl first. Okay, so good for you guys. Good for you, girls. Good for you. My ear is ringing. What does that mean? What does that mean? I feel like it means something like, but my ear is like ringing. Like it's like, beep. That's the tone I'm hearing in my ear. Beep. And I'm hitting my note too because I know perfect pitch. It's still ringing. Anyway, Kate, she got a story. She talked to Cookie. Cookie say Chris called her upset about what Monique was talking about the other day. And Kay tells them that it was Stacy that told Chris about their conversation. Immediately, they believe that. Immediately, they bite the bait. Now, they didn't really need a reason to jump on Stacy, but this gave them their reason. This was their 13th. This was their 13th reason. Monique and Wendy have lunch. Wendy, she says that, because they didn't have a chance to really get to know one another when Monique came on. That was her last season on the show was Wendy's first season there. And Wendy didn't really have an opportunity to get to know her. She also says that, she was having her friends back in the moment. She and Candace was cool. Sorry, girl, you had just jumped on my friends, so no, I really wasn't finna check on you after the fact. But I mean, we here now. We here now. Let's be friends now. Wendy suggests that Monique and Giselle have a conversation at some point. And Monique is open to that. She's open to that. Wendy asked about Cookie, what their relationship is like. And Monique don't talk to Cookie. They used to be really cool, but she don't talk to her and she don't trust her, period. If you hear anything talking about it came from Cookie, it's a lie. It's like, okay, so Cookie's lying? Noted. Wendy, she shares how some of the girls have been treating Stacy or whatever, and she doesn't really like it. She wants Monique to get to know her on her own, of course. And Monique is mature enough to do that. Stacy and her husband, they are at their daughter's swim practice. And it's, it's early in the morning. Swimming is my practice. My swim lessons used to be by 7 a.m. It's a good 7, 8 a.m. And it's mainly because it's not really, 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 really hot in the first part of the day. And so it's good to get you swimming in then so you ain't hot. So that's the best time. I'm assuming, because Tia said she had got up at 5 a.m. to get out there to them. So yeah, normally swim practice is early. But Tia joins them. Tia invites them both to dinner because she's going to have dinner with another. I feel like it was Wendy and Eddie. Just Wendy and Eddie. And Stacy's husband, he said he got to get back on the road. He said he leaving tonight. He ain't gonna be back, for another week or something like that. Which was a lie. However, when it comes to this type of thing, she said this to Tia, and then she also told Tia that I really want to ease Timo into this because he don't really want to film. And you don't want to film with the ladies, for sure. So she's just trying to ease him into the process. And Tia took that and still decided to go and run with it and turn it into something sinister, like Stacy lied on her mama. Like, Stacy be telling the kind of lies that you tell your coworkers so that they will stay out your business. And the only lie that Stacy, now this was a lie, yes. However, it's not one I'm finna hold against you. It's not one that I'm finna hold your feet to the fire for. Because Tia, she told you that man wasn't comfortable being around the other women. And then that's the first thing you tell Wendy. As if Wendy was one of the people. Y'all already know it was a storage thing. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was talking about. I know I was talking about Stacy, Tia, and Timo. Oh, yes. They think that this is the worst lie you can ever tell. Or should I say Tia, she feels so betrayed that Stacy would lie to her. This is why she told you what she told you, because as soon as she told you that, you went and told Wendy, oh, well, she said that she only feels, comfortable with Timo meeting me. Anyway, whatever, lady. Giselle and Grace stop at the venue, and Robin's not coming. Robin's not coming because she's still pressed that she got fired. She's still upset about that. And she says that she was contemplating not inviting Stacy. Stacy's invited, whatever. Wendy and Tia, they go on this double date. Tia shares that Stacy was invited, but her husband couldn't make it. And then she adds that Stacy only feels comfortable with Timo, meeting her right now at the moment. And Wendy is like, what? But I'm the only one that's been supporting her. Hold on, let me call her. So she calls her, and Stacy, of course, now she backed into a corner, because then the truth comes out about where Timo is, because he done flew back in. And Tia's like, but I thought he wasn't going to be back till next week. And she's like, oh, well, he got an earlier flight. I wish that Stacy would have just flat out, said what it was. Listen, he don't really want to be around y'all, especially filming. Past practices, okay, patterns have shown that it will behoove you to keep your husband real far away from these hoes. If you know what's good for your marriage, if you know what's good for you, keep them away from him. And so he don't really want to do it. He also, y'all not finna be up in here messing up his reputation, none of that. So no, my husband don't want to come. Excuse me, he don't want to come. He ain't coming. And that's just what it is. But Stacy is just, trying to, keep the peace by way of saving face, which is a lie. A little white lie. Still no reason for anybody to be angry at her. Stacey apologizes to Wendy because she's like, clearly I done made the wrong choice. Clearly I can't trust Tia. And no, you can't, because Tia's a pick-me. Tia went right over there. She only met up with you, at the thing to get in your business. It was simply just it didn't hurt. Energy didn't even give. I'm here to get to know Stacey better. I want to get to know her better. I'm here, with no ill intent at all. The only intention I have is to foster a relationship with her on my own. And that's not what it gave. It gave, I'm down here. I got questions about this Chris situation. Let me get her one-on-one. Let me see what she'll tell me. Because I'm finna run, because she gonna run it back to Giselle. Because everybody comes on here thinking the way to the promised land is by way of Giselle. And if you're not a part of her clique, then you're going to have a hard time. Anyway, moving on to Angel. Angel and Kiana, they're weirdos. Anyway, she's still mad at Wendy. I don't know why. We at the thing. We at the place now. Y'all know them bullies can't wait to drag Stacey. They can't wait for her to get there so they can gang up on her on some bullshit. Angel all in Giselle's face trying to beg to be friends. Like, we hashed it out and I forgave you and we're good. But it's Wendy. I still haven't talked to Wendy about what? What Wendy got to do with that? What now? Realistically, what does Wendy have to do with what Giselle said to you? Giselle said it to you. Wendy wasn't the only one sitting there that had a reaction to what Giselle said. I don't understand, Angel. I really don't. Between her and Kiana, they're both a flop. Cookie Monster, she walking there. And you know it's about to get messy now that she there. Stacy addresses Tia, you know, because Tia got an attitude. Now she don't trust Stacy. Now everything, and now I don't know what to believe now because she's lied to me. And granted, but let's use some context here. let's think about the context here. Let's not do that. Cause she getting loud. I'm like, girl, you need to calm down. In case she takes a moment to chime in and address the bullshit that she and Cookie done cooked up. Cookie chimes in, saying whatever she was saying. Stacy, Wendy is like, whoa, wait a minute, because Wendy, y'all, I see what y'all doing here, you know. And Wendy's like, nah, because I was just with Monique, and because of course Kiana tries to bring to the group now that she was talking to Chris and telling Chris that Monique was talking about him, bad mouthing him, dragging him, said he was bad in bed and all of that. Who said that? Who said that? Because that's not even what was said out of Monique's mouth. Stacey like, she's still confusion because of what? I did what? I ain't called that man. I ain't called nobody. Wendy chimes in like, whoa. I just talked to Monique and she said when it came to Cookie, when it came to that one, not to trust nothing, she said. So where we going with this? I feel like we need to table this until we can get Monique in the room. And when Wendy is talking, Stacey saying, don't point your finger at me. Here it is again. Here's a closer look. Damn, my fingers is, why is that so ashy? It made me want to. Nah, I use lip gloss for you before That's what you do when you like in elementary school. That's an elementary school move right there. I think that's it for episode 8. Let me move on to episode 9, which is more of the same, hopping down on Stacy for no reason at all. This is such a drag. It really is. I don't want to watch y'all be mean girls and gang up on people. That's not entertaining. It's not entertaining at all. It's not entertaining at all. Anyway, Sharice calls Chris because she got him on speed dial. Girl, we need to be worrying if it's you. She called Chris. He don't know what they're talking about. So we debunked the whole thing and they still try to move the goalposts because now, oh, well, I don't believe that neither. What? So what we calling for? If we weren't going to believe what he said, why we even get him on the line? Just fuck all these hoes. For real. Tia being a pick-me, she can kiss my ass. I really want to read my notes verbatim because I be dragging. I'm ready to cover them. Sharice decides to tell a story about Stacy. Allegedly, she and Stacy were hanging out with married men, but we're only going to highlight the fact that Stacy wanted to shoot her shot with one of them. She called her a trick and everything. This trick, we're hanging out with these two guys, and one of them is married. Well, why y'all hanging out with them two guys and one of them is married? Sharice. Who called that? That's Alex that called that, right? Yeah. She the trick, and she's saying that she told her, well, he's married, girl, because Stacey was trying to shoot her shot, and then she said, Stacey said to her, what that got to do with me, girl? Whatever. I don't know what we're doing here, because now it's like, well, damn, Sharice, whose friend are you? Because to say y'all was hanging out would suggest y'all cool, and you over here running your mouth with these hoes, throwing her under the bus. What are we doing? I just don't. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Anyway, Wendy, like I said, she the only one in Stacey's corner. Giselle got more mess to share. She come over there telling Wendy, oh, Angel got smoke for you. Wendy said, I was like that. Okay. Angel happens to be walking by. Well, Angel, come on over here. You got smoke for me? Angel says, you've been dismissive and snide. Girl, what? I've been direct. I don't know what Angel's problem is. You didn't say nothing to me. You didn't speak to me. You didn't say hello. Girl, please, enough. Enough. Wendy tells her beef is one-sided and really does, she really does dismiss her after that. Because, girl, please. Kiana, she started getting loud and belligerent over there with Stacey again. And it's laughable because Stacey's holding her own. You know, we're proud of her. We're proud of her. She does what she needs to do. Kiana's a clown. Stacey ends up just leaving. And before she leaves, she stops and tells Giselle, this was a lovely event. I'm proud of you. Congratulations again. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave now. And so she heads to the elevator. Jazzy and Wendy walk her to the elevator, you know, checking in on her, making sure she's okay, because they was ganging up on her. And Giselle comes over. Oh, if you're gonna leave, you need to go on and just leave, girl. If you're gonna leave, then leave. Jazzy's like, well, girl, what's your problem? Why you mad at Stacey? Well, I mean, I don't know. You know, I just don't know. I've heard some things. Stacey says, I done pushed the button. Oh, I'm pushing it again. Y'all, I don't know how much longer I can do it. I don't know how much longer I can do these shows. I don't. The type of emotion that it brings out of me, I don't want to sit in that. I'd rather not. I'd rather not be this angry at folks I don't know. For real, cause what? Is this rage bait? It has to be. These people are ridiculous. They're ridiculous. I would have told Giselle, fuck this event, and probably knocked some shit over on my way out. Because I done came over there and said congratulations and bid you farewell and gave you your pleasantries. And you going to come to the elevator on some mean girl shit, on some, girl, okay, get on out. Like I did something to you. What the fuck I did to you? I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. They got to turn this around. Anyway, Ashley's scene, fuck her and her scene. I fast forwarded. Wendy, she drops by Jazzy's house. Stacey will be joining them. You know, we just hop right on into the mess and what was going down. Stacey says she's not interested in having any more dialogue with Kay. Can it when it comes to Kay? She ain't talking to her. Wendy says she wants to set up a conversation where she can talk to Monique, though. She would like for her to talk to Monique one-on-one, and she'll facilitate it. Over at Angel's house, where the rest of the mean girls meet up, Giselle, she's just so offended because it was such a breath of fresh air for Monique to share the sordid details of her failed marriage. We needed that. We needed her to get vulnerable like that and share all of that. And for you to go and share that vulnerable moment with Chris. Because, oh my God, it was such a breath of fresh air to hear all her business. Giselle is full of shit. She's full of shit. She's full of shit. Somebody was a breath of fresh air to hear that, to hear her story. Excuse my child in this basketball. Because I done hollered down there about 3 times to please cut it. I don't think he can hear me. So at this point, it's just par for the course. It's just going to have to be a part of it. I can project. I can project. I'm a theater girl. I can project. I can always do that. Anyway, Kiana, she has her brother and mother over. Long story short, Greg still breadcrumbing her ass, and she's willing to do it. She's willing to eat the breadcrumbs. Okay, he ain't giving her no damn ring, but he's willing to pay for her condo. She'll take it. Her mama like, girl, but I thought we was after a ring. Whatever. You like it, we love it. Please don't complain about no more rings and all that. Just don't do it. Speaking of ring, I forgot these punchlines. Let's rewind back to Stacey gathering Kay. Kay says something about, you know, she says something about Stacey not being trustworthy and I can't trust you around my man. You don't have one. What you got to talk about besides me, Kiana? My man, my life, my condo, my businesses. She was so ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Just looking a fool. Just looking a fool. Cheap. Anyway, Stacey say, I have a husband and you don't. I have a ring and you don't. Okay, because it's low hanging fruit, but that's gonna get her. That's gonna really get up under Kiana, because that's something that really matters to her, and she's very insecure about it. And so, hey, we gonna poke at it. I have a ring and you don't. Well, it's yellow and it's cloudy. I guess so, compared to nothing. Anyway, okay, let's circle back. Let's circle back. Wendy's sister, she drops by. They have a chit chat about her father. You know, her father. Neither one of them talked to their daddy in 20 years. Wendy says that she's always worked so hard. Even when they went to Nigeria, he couldn't find no time to come around there and see them. He doesn't want a relationship. He's not interested. I don't know what that's about, but she has no relationship with her father. Her mother is basically like, girl, let it go. You doing well for yourself. Ain't not a proof. Look at all this money you done spent on me. Look at all this money I done spent your money. You know, I'm having a great time spending your money. This is not gonna age well. It's just not. These scenes with all of this big spending, you know, because she got all this stuff going on in the house and everything. Anyway, moving on. These hoes meet up for lunch. Ashley, Kay, Monique comes and Stacey's invited. But before Stacey gets there, of course, you know, they're dragging it. Monique, she don't care. Monique's disposition is just like, y'all, I don't really care. and they're just so upset and gung ho that she's been betrayed. And Monique is just like, y'all, I could care less, honestly. I mean, I hear what the girl got to say, but I really don't care like that. I'm not really that upset. When Stacey does get there, Kay goes ahead and dismisses herself because Wendy told her, you know, like, she don't really want to have this conversation with you here. She don't really feel safe with you. And she kind of hinted at that being a more physical type of thing. And I feel like it's more so like, I just don't feel like you're a safe space. You know, I'm not going to be vulnerable around you. I'm not going to, I'm not having any type of dialogue where you're in the room because you're hell-bent on misunderstanding everything I say. And so we're not doing it. You're not a safe space, period. She takes offense to that, of course. And she gets up and goes to the bar. Bye, girl. Have a drink on me. Anyway, Ashley, she ain't leaving though. She sit her big head ass there because she nosy and messy. Y'all, honestly, I think Ashley might be the one getting. It's either Ashley or Kiana. It's heavy on the Kiana, but I'm gonna lean to Ashley too, because this is right up her alley. This is right up her alley to stir up this kind of foolishness, because she's been hell bent on Stacey fucking around with Chris since day one. She been trying to prove that. Stacey is adamant that she and Chris never dated. She pulled out her phone, you know, to show Monique, look, girl, this is what our interaction has been. Because they've hung out a few times, but she don't know him like that. He texts her that you know, she had a nice cover shoot with she and Arabella. She didn't respond. He came back. It'd be nice, you know, the nice thing to do is say thank you. She still ain't respond. Then he came back again, you know, with I hear my name coming up in filming. This was before Monique even started filming. So somebody was talking to Chris, not Stacey, before this lady even showed up to the scene. You know what Ashley says? Oh, well, you know how text messages work. She could have doctored those. Again, rage bait. Because don't fucking play with me. We are not going to have valid proof, and you're still going to sit here and say, I don't believe that either. So what will you believe, Ashley? What will convince you that you are wrong? We're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Anyway, Stacey, we end the conversation with Monique warning Stacey to be careful of all these folks. Be careful of Chris. Be careful of Cookie. Be careful of Cherie. Be careful of all their ass. Because all three of them three folks don't really fool with Monique. So, all of this could be a scheme set up by Chris, for all we know. For him to come to you with the bullshit. Until next time, let me hop off of here and get on this Married to Medicine review. They another one that better bring me something different. Otherwise, I'm out of here. Cause what I ain't finna do is what we doing on episode 1. We gonna get to it. Meet me over there. Meet me over there in the Married to Medicine review. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.